All right, guys, I'm going to be trying my mic test number 2. My mic test number 1, I only got a couple comments so far, but both of you agreed that the sound did not sound that great. So I took your advice and I moved the microphone to right below my chin. It's not tucked behind a pad or anything like that. So what I want to do, I'm just going to take a quick run to get me some lunch. My wife's out of town right now. Got my bikes lined up there. I am going to take my GL1200. I'm in a mood to ride that. Rode my little KPX a while ago. I don't know if I'll post that video or not since my volume or my audio wasn't that great, but I might. But I'll probably post this one first that I'm doing right now. And we'll see how it goes. But I did make the change. But what I plan on doing today is I'm going to be riding with my shield open. And that's closed. So it sounds a little bit different. It sounds, the sound kind of bounces around in there whenever you have the shield closed. And when you open it, it probably sounds a little better. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to ride both ways. I'm going to have my shield open and I'm going to close my shield and we'll see how it does. I mentioned in the comments that I have a helmet coming. Oh, there's my gloves. And I do. And it's not the helmet I mentioned in the last video. That didn't work out. Maybe I'll talk about that on the ride, but let's go ahead and start the bike up. Looks like it's only got 11.9 volts. See how it does. Oh man, that thing fires right up. Okay, I'm going to put this garage door opener on here. Hopefully it'll stay on. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just put it in my pocket once I get going. One thing I notice with this microphone is I could look on my GoPro, and when I talk, it's got a sound bar on it that shows, how loud the volume is. And once in a while, it'll go all the way over into the yellow. So I may have to try to adjust that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go around the camper this direction. Got my truck in the way. Okay, I've got my visor open right now, and I'm going to leave it open for a little while, and we'll see how it does. It's not super windy today, so it might be a little more beneficial for that. Well, what I did is I moved these DJI microphones have a magnet on them, and they also have like a spring clip where you can clip it to something. But the magnet I attached right underneath my chin, so it's outside of the padding. see how it does with the noise. Hopefully the volume or the audio is a little bit more clear, I hope. I tell you, it's so frustrating. I've had my channel now for 4 years, and I do mainly repairs. You know, I do some riding videos as well. And, you know, I've been struggling off and on. Maybe I need to do more of the riding videos in order to nail what's wrong. Because once I figure out, you know, what I'm doing here, then I can continue doing the same thing. But originally, you know, this is kind of funny. If you go back and watch my videos, there's some videos that sound really good. They really do. And there's other videos that's like, man, they're horrible. I don't know how anybody can stand to watch it or listen to it because it sounds terrible. So I don't know what it is. I've tried different settings on the GoPro. I've watched videos and guy says to turn this off, turn this on for best results, do this, do that. So I've tried all of that. Right now, this DJI microphone has a volume adjustment thing on it. So let me adjust that a little bit, see if that does anything. That's all the way down to 0. So I guess I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here. I'm sitting there at a green light. I had it on -12 or something like that, so I put it on 0. And can you tell any difference there? Going from -12 to 0. And I'm kind of wondering how bad is the wind noise. Back there I was doing 50 or 55. Right now I'm only doing 35, so I don't have a lot of wind right now. I'm going to close my shield once I get up here on the highway a little bit, and we'll see if that improves it. You know, I thought that with this tall shield, and it's pretty wide on this Goldwing as well, I thought maybe that would make it, you know, good video, good audio, because it would block a lot of the wind. Well, apparently it's not. I don't know, maybe it's this gap right here. But you know what I have found over the course of all the motorcycles and the video and stuff I've done is that windshields that have a hole in them, you know, a lot of times they'll come from the factory with a hole, not factory or the aftermarket, whatever. They come with a hole in the bottom, or they come not tight against the machine where there's like a gap in between there that allows the airflow. Those are the best as far as controlling turbulence, wind turbulence and stuff, because it kind of creates wind on both sides of the shield, and I think it does better. I think whenever you don't have that wind on the inside of the shield, it kind of rolls over the top and drops down, and it gets into the GoPro. That's just my opinion. I'd really like to have somebody come in and just say, hey, let me set this up for you. And then all I gotta do is do what he did and I'll be done with it. But that's all part of the process of learning. I'm gonna go to probably one of my favorite places, Panera Bread. I'm kind of burnt out on that, but I'm gonna go there and eat lunch. I want to eat something kind of healthy, and they got salads. So I know it's boring, but I'm gonna eat a salad and probably a sandwich. And of course, I got to get something to fill this great big hole right here. Gotta get me an iced tea. The problem with like this helmet that I have to film in, it's a full face helmet, and you know, I can't flip it up to get a drink out of my straw, so I'm basically stuck not being able to drink my iced tea while I ride with my camera on. And I know it's not going to be much easier with the modular, but the helmet that I ordered, it was shipped today. Oh, I'll talk about that in a minute. I think it's in the last video. I was talking about getting this helmet from South Korea. It was $1,050 helmet. I was buying it for $710, I think, free shipping. Well, I got a note from him saying that international fees have changed, shipping fees have changed, and now I'm going to have to pay an additional $155. And you know, in the ad it said that this is total price, no additional fees or customs or anything like that will be added. This is the price you pay. And then after I got that, it kind of upset me. You know, I'm like, no way. I mean, even if it is cheaper than buying one, you know, full price, I just didn't like the way it was done. Even if I saved some money, I said, no, I want my money back. So fortunately, that's one thing I like buying from eBay. That's why I like buying. Let me shut this shield. That's one reason I like to buy from eBay is, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I use PayPal and I've always got my money back. I've never gotten stuck losing my money. So anyway, I lost out on that deal. Well, another guy on eBay, well, it wasn't a guy, it was a company, posted a closeout sale on these brand new helmets. It's $1,049, same thing, Shoei Neotech 3, brand new helmet. It was new with tags, supposed to come with a box and everything, supposed to be brand new. It's not a defected helmet. It's not something that's been worn and sent back. Supposedly it's supposed to be brand new, and it's out of Texas. And they had like 13 of them, and he was selling them for $947, I think. But it said for best offer. So I thought, you know, I think I'm going to sit on this for a little bit. And you know how sometimes they send you an offer? Well, he sent me an offer of $847, I think it was. I thought, wow, that's a good deal. I might have to jump on that. And so I just kind of thought about it a little bit, and I thought, you know, maybe it's a color people don't like or something, and they just want to get rid of them. They only had it in medium, but medium is the size that I wear, so that worked out well for me. And so I sent in an offer of $803, and it's free shipping, and he accepted it. So I got that brand new $1,050 helmet for $803 plus tax. Now I know that's a lot of money for a helmet. I know. I feel the same way. You know, for me, an expensive helmet is $300. That's just the truth. But I looked at all different kinds, different brands. You know, I was going to get a Schubert helmet C5. Those are a little less money, but the thing I didn't like about the Schubert is it comes with the Bluetooth speakers installed in the helmet. Well, there's a couple things I don't like about that. One is I don't use Bluetooth. I don't use any kind of communication or anything like that. I may in the future, you never know. I'll probably miss out on that part of it. But anyway, that adds to the weight, that adds to, you know, the size of the helmet. They probably had to make the helmet a little bit bigger in order to get those to fit in. So I didn't want to take a chance on it. Even though it's a quality helmet, I could have got it for, I think, $700. And I also looked at the Shoei RF1400, which is a full face helmet, and those are really quiet helmets. I also looked at the HJC, I think they're called ARFA 91 helmets. According to the tests that I watched, that is the quietest modular on the market. I thought, great, that's one that I want. But after reading reviews, and I tell you what, reviews drive you crazy, you know, because one person says it's the best thing since sliced bread, you know, it's the best helmet he's ever had. He never had anything else. Next guy say it's a piece of crap. Hates that helmet. I'm sending it back. You know, it's hard to tell. You know, everybody has different size heads, so I guess it depends. But I've got an HJC helmet, and I've got a couple of Shoei helmets. And honestly, I can tell the difference in quality. The HJC is a good quality mid-range helmet, but it's just not a Shoei. You know what I mean? I mean, the quality is just not. I think Shoei helmets, to me, are like the #1 in quality. They're like the Honda of helmets. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really good. I enjoy riding with my Shoei helmets. I use my Neotech the most. My Neotech is the first generation. They came out with a 2 and now they have a 3, so there's other generations of it, but I have the first generation and I absolutely love the way it fits my head. It's a medium. I have a 7 1/8 head, which is 57 centimeters or something like that, and a medium fits great. My head's more of an oval, I think, than round. Some people have round heads, but I think mine's more oval. Probably egg-shaped because I'm kind of egg-headed. But anyway, I really like the Shoei brand, and I'm looking forward to trying this new helmet. I really can't wait for it. It's a multicolor. I think it's got red and silver and black in it. I can't remember the name. They call them different names when they have different patterns to them. And I don't remember. I think it's a grasp. G-R-A-S-P. I think so. Well, anyway, I've been riding with my shield down. What do you guys think with the shield down? Is it better? Is it worse? Do you hate it? Do you like the mic placement better? I really, really need to know. You know, I'm not super sensitive, you know. Don't be afraid to tell me you hate it if you do. Because the reason I'm doing these videos is I want to make improvements. And if this video doesn't fix the majority of the sound, the audio problems, then I'll probably make a third one. But I'm really waiting for my new helmet to do a kind of final movement of the mic and all that kind of stuff to find a perfect placement, because that's the one I'm going to plan on using for all of my videos. But today's not an accurate representation on the wind noise because, like I say, it's pretty calm. We haven't had too many calm days. Most of our days have been high wind. I mean, it got up to 50 to 80 mile an hour gusts the other day. But most days it's anywhere from 15 to 20 mile per hour. I think today is only like 7 or 8. So it's about half of what we normally have. Looks like my clock quit working. I don't know what happened to that. I didn't put any water on it or anything. Kind of a cheap clock, but kind of sad that it's not working. I like looking at the time. And I have I have a phone holder coming that screws into this open spot over here. It's a RAM, R-A-M, RAM mount systems. The ball, the 1-inch ball. All right. See if I got a good spot to park in. I think I'll park over here. A lot of times when people back in, they're older person. You ever notice that? We're an old truck driver. I'm used to leaving my keys in. I got all the time telling myself, take the keys out. Well, I'm here at Panera. Let me open this shield up. Okay, so what do you guys think? What's your final thoughts on the sound? Think it sounds better? Can you hear my chin rubbing against the dead cat? Because I could feel it rubbing whenever I talk, but I don't think it's rubbing hard enough to matter. But I'd like to know that too. You guys, you know, I don't have the best hearing, so sometimes whenever I get other people involved in it, they can kind of tell me things that I don't hear. You know, like a lot of times I'll ask my wife to go with me when I go to buy a bike or a car. For that reason is because her ears are like, she could hear a mouse fart in the basement, you know what I'm saying? But me, I can't hear anything. You know, I've been years and years of working on stuff, banging and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of ruined my hearing. So just let me know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, and I'm gonna go in and get me something to eat. So thanks for watching. Thanks for riding along. Please comment and let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.